So now we're going to move into Group B, where we have Canada, Haiti, Martinique, and the United States of America. Haiti are the team that came through the preliminary rounds, and they will come up against Canada like they did at the 2019 event when they met in the quarterfinals. Haiti beat Canada 3-2, by the way. Also note that Canada and Martinique were in the same group back in 2019, and Canada won the game 4-0. So this one is a tricky group to predict. It's a very tough group. You got 3 teams with French background, being Canada, Haiti, and Martinique, coming up against the USA, one of the most successful teams in the Concacaf region. So for my Group B predictions, I'm going to go for the 2002 quarterfinalist Martinique. They are not a FIFA member, but they do participate in Concacaf tournaments, and they have been very impressive over the years. I think they're not going to be a pushover, but when you look at the other teams in the group here, I have no choice but to put them in 4th. And I think that's very fair. They do have some talent in their team, but I think coming up against Canada, Haiti, and the USA are going to be way too much for the French-speaking Caribbean island. So coming in 3rd in this group is very difficult. This is probably the group of death. I'm going to say the 2019 semifinalists, Haiti, the 1973 regional champions, Haiti, are going to come in 3rd. This time around, there will be no fairy tale run all the way to the semifinals for Haiti. I don't think there'll be a major comeback against Canada like last time around. And if the Haitian team are to go on a very spirited run, they would have to prove me wrong, because I'm predicting them to come in 3rd. I don't think there'll be any Johnny Placide because I didn't see him during the qualifiers. So the Haitian team, I think, a bit of a problem with the continuity issue there. Seriously, some very talented players in the team. We have Francie Perrault up top with Dawkins Nazan, and you have Derek Etienne to supplement the attack. Look, the team has some quality, but I think in a group with Canada, the USA, they're gonna struggle, and they're gonna be pipped to one of those top 2 spots. Just think about it. If Haiti ought to come in the top 2 and move on to the quarterfinals, it means that one of Canada or the USA are going to miss out, and that would be a disaster for either one of those teams. So I think Haiti are going to be the casualty here in this group. 3rd. Coming in 2nd in the group, guys, this is going to be a surprise to you, but I'm going to go for the 6-time Gold Cup champions, the USA, the hosts, the USA, because I am not impressed by that squad at all. Really not impressed. It's an experimental squad. Greg Berhalter and the U.S. men's national team are giving some rest to their key players like Christian Pulisic and Weston McKennie and co. Don't get me wrong, this team could go on to impress, and a lot of positives could come through this whole experiment. But to be honest, man, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think this Canadian team looks a lot better on paper, and they have a lot more continuity, and I think they will pick the USA to that 1st place spot in the group. So USA coming in 2nd on home soil. They would just have to prove me wrong, man. An MLS based team mostly, and they would have to just show us that, hey man, we could do this. We can do this. We got what it takes. So USA coming in 2nd for me. Which leaves us with Canada, the 2000 champions and 1985 regional champions. They made it to the quarterfinals at the last 2 Gold Cups. Canada. John Herdman has named a very strong team. I didn't see Jonathan David in the roster, but Alphonso Davies is there, and they have enough talent to actually top this group, in my opinion. They recently came to World Cup qualifiers, made it to the Ocho, and I think the Canadian team has the talent to pip the USA and Haiti to that top spot in the group. Guys, remember, these are only my predictions. Anything could happen in these groups, but this is just how I feel after I saw the respective rosters. So Canada to top Group B.